Nice. Ooh, that is so slick the way he did that. Oh, that is a pop superstar. That's an Usher kind of move. Hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jeff, and today we are looking at BTS's performance at the Grand Central on the Jimmy Fallon show. I did a poll on my Instagram stories if you guys wanted to see dance practice or Grand Central next, because I didn't want to do both. I feel like it might be a little bit too much for the dance analysis aspect or the performance aspect. So I'll let you guys decide, and you guys chose Grand Central, which is great because I really wanted to see this performance. So I've been waiting so that I can share with you guys my thoughts on it. Also, it was a little bit of a regret to watch the on commentary dialogue that was uploaded by Big Hit, because it talked about a lot of kind of how BTS is affecting the music industry, and it got me a little bit emotional because it was great to see the appreciation for the music, just the music aspect, and not to bring in, you know, like the army and all the other aspect of BTS that is a little bit on a negative connotation. So it was great to just focus on the music and the lyricism and the message of the song. So there was a thing there that resonated with me a lot, which was that one guy was saying that BTS is promoting such positivity in the world right now, and they're bringing people together from different cultures, and is just so inclusive, and it's very significant right now because the world seems like they're going backwards, you know, with the negativity and the division in cultures. Is just it's what we need right now, what BTS is giving, which is the positivity that, you know, and bringing people together. So it was very emotional. If you guys haven't seen it, do watch it because I think it is very important. It was also great to see the process on how they record and process the background music and the dance break and all the instrumental, that kind of thing. But without further ado, let's watch this because I've been waiting to watch this for a long time. Well, 2 days. But yes, yeah, let's get to this. Oh, one more thing before I press play. I just want to say a quick thing about the whole Jimmy Fallon show episode. It is amazing that the producers and the network has enough trust in BTS to do a full episode just by themselves, because normally you know, the late night shows have many guests to pull in audience from different like actors, musicians, to promote the show or per week. But for them to just do just BTS, it's insane. The trust that the network has, it speaks volumes. I keep saying that. It speaks volumes. That's my new thing. I'm gonna trademark it. But yes, it speaks a lot that they're able to do this. And to go through all the, you know, the Grand Central and the subway, which was so fun. For them to do all that is just, it's crazy. It speaks to us that now BTS is becoming being taken seriously by America. I think it's a really good indication that they're now being taken seriously. Okay, let's do this.
Our groundbreaking global phenomenon who are here in Grand Central Terminal tonight for a historic performance, performing on
historic
the new
keyword
album, Mount of the Soul 7. Give it up for BTS!
This beat is so good. Nice. These dancers are amazing too. Ooh. Okay, so firsthand we have Jimin entering, and then that move, and then he kind of kicks out. That is it's an emphasis, that move, and obviously he does it really well. V's charisma and like edge is so prominent in this song. It's just hard to not notice. Oh, they have different cameras. So that move, I keep replaying that one when I after I did the reaction video for the music video. I was just like, that move is so intense. When they touch the ground and then when they move back up, it's hard because it's huge. This chorus, the moves and the choreography are huge. So it's a lot of like big movements, and when they do that, when you're learning it would get exhausting to do because you're touching all the way to the ground, and the preparation is what is important in that move. They must have probably stretched out their legs, which they probably do all the time. But for their particular one, if you don't do enough stretches or for your legs, it'll be a little bit harder to pull that off, like this, and then onto that move. It's just like move after move. It's big and requires a lot of strength. So that whole section is actually, it's very tricky because if we listen to the instrumental here. So we wanted to like. Yeah. So it's tricky timing wise, because there's not a clear enough beat for each thing. So they really must have practiced that a lot because there's no clear beat within the instrumental for you to be to know when to go, when to switch, that kind of thing. You really have to trust that you know the song. And then on top of that, you have 7 members doing that, so it needs to really be cohesive and be at the same time when they flip their arms or their palms, and then when they go like this, how low they go, how high they go. So yeah, A+ every time. See, I didn't see that move on the music video, this move. This thing. So when I was talking about this, there's no clear beat, but on this one, when they do that, there is a beat because you hear the snare of the drums. I think that's the snare of the drums. And then you kind of follow the move on it. So you know when to go, when the timing is. Nice. That is so sharp when Hobie did that. That wasn't also prominent on the music video. This is why I wanted to wait for the performance or the dance practice to analyze the movements, because we didn't see much of the details, the small details in the music video because of camera angles, drones, that kind of thing. Nice. Ooh, that is so slick the way he did that. Oh, that is a pop superstar. That's an Usher kind of move. You know, so, like, think R&B superstars are the only one that has a kind of like that move, the confidence to do that. And obviously, Suga nailed that. See, we didn't notice on the music video that they were drumming on the behind Suga. I didn't notice that until I was like watching the my playback when I was editing. But this is so cool. And then the dancers behind just holding the drums. That's really cool. Wait, I want to go back and just see that whole sequence. This reminds me of like throwback Bangtan, you know? This Jimin, and I guess everybody else, of course, but this Jimin reminds me of the way he moves. It's like suddenly we're seeing that boy again, you know? See that move when they touch the ground? Yeah, that move is just, it's in between beats. That's why it's hard. You really need to know the music to be able to pull that off. It's coming. That whole bridge is just so, it's so insane to me. I'm so glad that they were able to put that into a song like this, just a bridge like that is just vocal prowess. Is that prowess? Is that how you pronounce that word? I've never really actually said that word, but the vocal ability of Mr. Jungkook is just insane. And I watched the Carpool Karaoke. I just watched it. And he did it like almost like you can really hear it because there's no band around. So with that high note, with the belt, it's actually, when I thought about it, it's actually a mixed chest and head voice. When he was doing it in the Carpool Karaoke, you can tell how much training he has because he's not yelling or shouting or like, you know, trying so hard to get that high of a note, because most singers do. When it would go to that belt, they would kind of project a little bit more. But he has such good training that it doesn't feel uncomfortable on his throat, on his voice, on his vocals. So it's not strained. It was so smooth. Same here. And then he just goes on and on and on, like me. And then it goes into this stomp the yard kind of movement. Yeah, that, oh, I just butchered it. But yeah, this reminds me of crumping. I don't know if you guys are familiar with crumping. It's a very urbanized, is that a word? I'm making words today. It's a very urban move, and I think we saw it in Stomp the Yard, that movie, Stomp the Yard, Step Up, that kind of thing. It's like, this is like a battle. This is a battle choreography, which is insane. Oh yes, I love that part. Everybody's high kick is getting higher and higher per video. Look at this. Look at that! Look at Jungkook! And J-Hope. Everybody's legs just, it's higher and higher per video. Oh, that is sick. So in this part, when he does that move, it does hit the beat up here. So he has a little more to go with. Nice. So that move, when they do that, you can't see my feet, but that is pretty cool. It is hard because you're switching, you're switching balance every single time. Where is the... I'm less attacked this time around because the camera did not zoom in on that part. But yes, I just noticed there's not a lot of, nip slip happening this time around. Yes.
Woo! Wow! BTS!
Yeah.
Central Terminal, Map of the Soul, 7 is out now.
You see how hard it is? You see how hard the choreography is, and because Tay just drops.
That was amazing. Oh my.
So what they're doing now, just for the people who don't really dance, after such a performance, your blood, I feel like, has all left your body and went into your feet. So that's why dancers tend to drop and to just sit after a performance. Like, it's because I don't know if you've done like a 5-minute run. It's just everything just goes to your feet, and it's just like there's tingling in that feeling. So yeah. Yeah. It's like what it's like what Jimmy Fallon said. This is so historic. The fact that they were able to do this, and it's a great. I'm glad they waited, because let me just think this. But yeah, because when Fake Love came on, Idol, that kind of thing, I think we were all secretly hoping for better treatment for BTS, right? But I think it's great timing that they're just doing this now, because the album is so good. The single is so good. The choreography is so good for both On and Black Swan. And it's a great way to show the world what BTS can do, because there's versatility in it, there's heart, and people now are familiar with the fact that they can dance, and now they're showing that they can really dance. So I'm glad, because if imagine if they did this for something like Boy With Love, it's not the best choreography. I mean, it is a really good choreography, like we've mentioned before, but it's not the choreography to showcase their ability, So now people who are curious, it's like, oh, they just did Fallon for a full episode, like what? Then people who are curious, they would check it out, and then what they see is this kind of Bangtan, this kind of BTS. So really good. I think Big Hit planned this all along. Hopefully they're that smart that they could see the progression. So yeah, well, thank you guys for waiting for this video. Thank you for watching today. I hope that you enjoyed it. There was not a lot to analyze in the dances, because the chorus kind of comes back quite often. So it's not much to repeat and say. But yes, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. That always appreciated. And if you have any other suggestions that you guys would like to see from me, please do leave a comment. And if you do want to know more about me, do check out my Instagram and Twitter down below.